Gamut South Ice Cave near Lapine, Oregon. I can say that because it's a tourist cave. You look at any good map, it'll show you where this is. Of course, don't be like me and come here by yourself. Always come with 3 people, 3 lights, etc., etc. Anyway, so I just did a video of the south end of the cave and had lots of ice. Now I'm going to do a video of the north end of the cave, part of it. There's a really tight spot. Looks like it's blocked with ice, so I'm not going to attempt to get through it today. But anyway, that's the thing. Being by myself, I have to be careful. So over here to the right, see that hole by the snow? That's the south way. That's the easier way. That's the way most people go. So, as you probably guessed, I'm going this way, to the north entrance. This one's actually easier if you only go to the first room. Ooh, looks like it was a golden-mantled chipmunk. All right. Notice how there's hardly any ice at this entrance. It's got direct sunlight to help it melt or sublimate. Notice there's a little way up there that you can have a animal nest. Whoa. Now, I'm going to try to stay left to go anti-clockwise, as seen from above. Notice there's lots of light here. But before I do that, I want to go over to this side here. I want to show you this huge icicle. Well, ice column, actually. Anyway, if it walks like a blob of ice, talks like a blob of ice. Notice the white vertical ice. That's pretty. But on the floor here, there's a solid sheet of ice. If I were to slip there, I'd slip down pretty far. That would hurt. That's another reason I'm going to the left. Just a little bit pretty down there. All right, let's see if I can go back over here to the left and then continue on counterclockwise, whichever way I'm going. Sometimes I lose track, but whatever. Not the biggest crime, going the wrong direction. Okay, there's enough light in here. I'm getting a decent video, but I have to watch my feet too. Whoa, see, I just slipped on a rock. Oops. Wow. I don't know if you can tell, there's a big hole over there to the left, but it's too tight for me to get through right now. I'll prove it in a minute, but okay, 5 minutes. I'm on my way. All right, so there's the entrance. A little bit bright. It's a sunny day. Pine trees. And then lots of ice over here. All over the floor. All right, I'm going to turn on my light though so you can see a little better. See down there? There's like a little hole down there. Too small for people. Rodents probably go down there. To get across here, I am going to have to walk across the ice. It's kind of unavoidable. I'll be careful. All right, there we go. Okay, so there's some ice there along the wall. Here's the ice floor I just walked across. Didn't cause too much damage. There's the entrance. Notice how a lot of light's reflecting off the floor. There's that cool ice formation again. Well, I'm glad I came here this time of year. Look at all the ice underneath that log there. Is that cold or what? Wow. All right, let's see if I can get through here without causing too much damage. I have to walk along the ice floor here because it's nice and flat. Wow. Just a little bit pretty down here. And remember, all this green rock, the rocks aren't actually green. It's photosynthesis. I don't think it's plants. I think it's lichen. Yeah, something like that. There's a little bit of ice out there. I'm going to not climb up there. Because even right here in front of me, look at this. The rocks are like 70% or more covered in ice. A little bit dangerous. Here, if I can get through here very, very carefully. Ow, darn it. So check it out. There's an ice glazed floor here. And then if you want to keep going through, you got to get through there. I'm not going to attempt that by myself today. I'm going to come back tomorrow with somebody else and maybe we could try a little harder. Safety in numbers. So I got traction devices for my feet, but not for like my knees. I just have regular smooth knee pads, so I have to be careful if I'm going to crawl across the ice. If I remember right, it doesn't get much steeper though. I haven't been through this is my first time in this cave in 3 years, so it's not fresh in my memory. Oops, ow. A lot of this ice is seasonal, so if you do cause any damage, it's temporary, but still, it's better to try to leave it pristine for the next person. So rather than trampling across the ice floor, I'm going to go along the edge back the way I came. It'll be safer and easier for me, not cause less damage to the cave. Zero trace isn't ideal. It's like, you know, pollutionless car or something. Not technically possible, but you can get close. On this side, there's a lot of rocks here. It could basically be hopscotch to get around without causing too much damage. As long as you're careful not to accidentally go too fast. Lose control. I guess if you wore really smooth clothes and so on, so you don't cause any damage, you could try slide down this little slope. But yeah. Be very, very careful. You're going to try a stunt like that. You don't want to end up in the news. Anyway, I don't have anything like that would work anyway. I already looked at this formation, but I didn't have my flashlight on. Now I got my light on, so you can enjoy the view slightly better. Alrighty then. That is it for South Ice Cave. So now I'm going to go back to my car, have a little meal, and then figure out what I'm going to do next. You can tell by the footprints, that was my third lap through the cave. Once to shoot horizontal video, once to shoot vertical video, and then once to take pictures with my cell phone. So, alright, well, this concludes my tour of the South Ice Cave near Levine, Oregon.